Queen Elizabeth marked the historic milestone of 70 years on Britain's throne over the weekend. On the occasion, she said that it's her wish that Prince Charles's wife, Camilla, be known as Queen Consort when Charles becomes king. So BBC News royal correspondent Sarah Campbell is covering the story from London for us and joins us now. So listen, we talked about this earlier in the week and how much it represented the way in which the relationship between the Queen and Camilla has evolved so much over the many years. I'm curious, though, how this announcement was received in the UK. What do royal watchers say? What do they think? How do they feel about this?
Well, good morning to you. I mean, it was a momentous weekend, not least because, of course, the Queen is the first British monarch ever to reach 70 years on the throne. So we were expecting a statement on the day, but we weren't expecting what came in that statement. I've got it here just to give you a little flavour of it. And this is the line: "When in the fullness of time my son Charles becomes king, I know you will give him and his wife Camilla the same support you've given me. And it's my sincere wish when that time comes, Camilla will be known as Queen Consort as she continues her own loyal service." And the pictures that you can see there were her first engagement since this announcement was made. It was to a school in Bath in England. And it was a really significant announcement because all we'd known up until that point was what had been said back when she and Charles got married back in 2005, which is that she would be known as Princess Consort, and really avoiding the use of the word Queen, just as she's never used the term Princess of Wales, which she is entitled to use. And of course, that is in deference to Diana, the Princess of Wales, and an acceptance, I think, or a worry that really any other title wouldn't be accepted by the public. And you have to go back those 25 years. It's hard to remember just how much she was vilified by the public, not just here in the UK, but across the world. And so much has happened since then. She has, been married to Charles now since 2005. And I think there is an acceptance, and the Queen's statement is an acceptance of this, that there's been a lot of water under the bridge. She has put in the time with campaigning on lots of different issues. And of course, she is the most important person in Prince Charles's life, just as Prince Philip was for the Queen. So I think that's the background to the statement coming out, the Queen effectively stifling that debate. She will be known as the Queen. And in terms of reaction, well, I was looking at the papers today. One national paper has got a poll saying overwhelmingly she should be known as Queen. Another one has got a poll saying that she shouldn't be Queen. So I think that's just a realisation that she's still a divisive subject because of what happened back then. But as I say, the Queen's put an end to the debate.
And the other thing about the Queen's statement, which is somewhat bittersweet, is within that is an acknowledgement of her own mortality, that she won't be Queen forever. And as a Canadian, I will be looking at Canadian money and seeing, the profile of someone else on it, a man's face at some point, Prince Charles. So Prince Charles will reportedly make a big move to Buckingham Palace when he does become the king. How significant is this? And was this what we expected from him?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, we've all talked about this. We all know it's going to happen. And actually, the Queen really addressing it full on in her statement. And in terms of the movements, there's been lots of speculation actually since then about will Charles move to Buckingham Palace? Won't Charles move to Buckingham Palace? At the moment, he's at Clarence House. That's a large house, as you'd expect, on the Mall, so about a 5-minute walk from Buckingham Palace. And the debate was whether he would move to BP, as it's known over here. And I think really that the question around that is that when you think of the United Kingdom, when you think of the monarchy, where's the place that you think of? Actually, it's Buckingham Palace, isn't it? And monarchy is all about symbolism. And I think Prince Charles will know that. So whether he likes Clarence House, prefers Clarence House or not, I think probably that is where he will have to go, because I think the world sort of needs to see Buckingham Palace as the place where the new king lives. And so we'd fully expect him to move there. There's also speculation the Cambridges might move to Windsor Castle. So it's kind of interesting. I think the Queen's statement has really started this whole debate, and really people are feeling much happier, if you like, to talk about, well, this is the reality. Let's think about how it's all going to play out. Hopefully not for a few years, but certainly, it's inevitable.
Yeah, Sarah Campbell, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The time now is